Good morning, America. Jericho Green here with you again. And 'tis the season for you to lay on your side and allow me to squirt this verbal eggnog in your ear hole. Now, yesterday, Trump said what most of us think about global warming. Or, I'm sorry, climate change. That's the latest one. Climate change. The federal government's climate change report came out, and I was reading CNN.com, you know, where you get that hard-hitting real news. And they were saying how Trump released this early. It's normally released in December, but Trump wanted to release it now while people are still in the fog of Black Friday and Thanksgiving, you know, to kind of sneak it past us, because we're all waiting with bated breath on the federal government's report on fucking climate change. Now, of course, this report was saying that by the end of the century, sea life is going to be dying. We're going to be losing hundreds of billions of dollars in jobs, and the temperature's going to go up, especially in the Midwest, and there's going to be more, longer, more intense wildfires. There are going to be more hurricanes and tornadoes, and this climate change is just going to fuck us all up on every level. And Trump basically said, well, we're over here doing the best that we can. We're the cleanest we've ever been. But across this floating rock, you have China, India, just pumping shit into the atmosphere, into the environment. So why are we over here doing all that we can while they're over there not giving a fuck? Shitting in the streets, walking knee-deep in raw sewage, underground coal fires burning 24/7, 365, trash, the whole nine. They don't give a fuck about the environment, but we do. So does climate change only work for our half of the globe where we're doing the right thing, or as right as we can? Does all of that pollution and stuff stop at this imaginary line where it goes, hey, they're clean over here, so greenhouse gases and all these emissions, you stop. You can't float over there. You can't go over to America. We'll just stay and infect the rest of the world. It doesn't make any fucking sense. The world has been around, Earth has been around for billions of years. This is but a snapshot. We've only been keeping records of weather, records for weather, since like the late 1800s. That's like somebody being married for 25 years and you go up to them and say, I've been watching you guys for the last hour, so let me tell you about your entire relationship. It doesn't make any sense. You don't have enough information. We have no proof that humans are the cause of global warming. Or, I'm sorry, climate change. Now, is there climate change? That's up for debate. You know, it depends on what scientists you ask. And even in this report there, you know, it was 300 scientists and half of them didn't even work for the government. Well, who did they work for? Who's paying them? Who's paying them to tilt their findings toward whoever's paying them? Who do they work for? Are these unbiased, just freelance scientists that are saying this? Or do these scientists fucking work for somebody? It always comes down to the money. Follow the money. Follow your nose. Follow the cash, and you will find out who is putting out this information. You'll find out who wants these scientists to say what they're saying. And there's zero proof that humans are the cause of this. We are not that significant. I've said this before. We give ourselves too much credit as human beings. We ain't shit. If the earth wants to shake the proverbial Etch-a-Sketch, we're gone. We fall into the ocean, we fall into the cracks that open up into the earth, and we are a memory. We're not that big of a deal. And he's right. On the other side of the world, where they have fresh air stations so you can get clean oxygen and not pass out. Birds falling out of the fucking sky. You know, there's this woman that I know, I used to work with her, and she lived in China for like 4 years. And she said it was one of the most disgusting places she's ever seen in her life. The air quality is so bad that people have skin problems over there. They have acne problems over there because of the disgusting air quality. We're over here with 2 different trash cans that wheel out to the fucking street every week, recycling, 3. In some cases, we have 1 for regular trash and 1 for recycling. We're over here doing the best we can, and they're over there fucking dumping toxic waste and radioactive shit in the ocean. Nothing's happened to them. I remember back in junior high school, in science class, them telling us or watching videos saying that every 5 seconds, 400 fucking acres or whatever of the rainforest is being cleared for, you know, animals to graze, so we have beef, furniture, you know, wood for furniture and all this kind of shit. Well, the rainforest is still there. They're still making Planet Earth episodes, so we must not have done that much fucking damage. And all these people like the Al Gores of the world and Leonardo DiCaprio and all these other out-of-touch fuckfaces in Hollywood and the elites are telling us that we need to do something about global warming, making movies and all this shit. Well, let me ask you something, you fucking elite assholes. How many trees were cleared to make your fucking compound? How many animals were displaced for you to make your fucking 10,000 square foot home? How many trees were cleared for you to fucking have your private airport and fly around the world in your private jet, waving your finger and lecturing us about global warming when in the flight you just took, you put out more carbon or whatever the fuck they're calling it than I do in an entire year? Why do we not see that? Why is that not called out? Like most things, the people yelling loudest about we need to do this and we need to do that are the motherfuckers not doing it. Global warming is a fucking joke. You got people like Bill Nye, the fucking science guy, who has a degree in engineering. He ain't even a fucking scientist. I like him better when he was showing you how to make volcanoes with vinegar and baking soda. But now that motherfucker's telling us that if you don't believe in climate change, you're a climate change denier. Now let's be fucking honest. When is the only time you hear people using the term denier? Starts with an H, ends with a T. The Holocaust. So if you don't believe in climate change, you are somehow akin to denying the slaughter, the documented slaughter of 6 million fucking people. And I'm sorry if the background noise is a little loud. It's pouring rain. Isn't that ironic? I'm doing a video about the bullshit of climate change, of global warming, and it's raining. Again, tell the people in Hell, Michigan, come late December, that there's such a thing as global warming. When their pets are freezing to death outside, tell them that there's such a thing as global warming. My mom told me a story about when she was a little kid in Baltimore. She was at the bus stop waiting for the school bus. It was so cold she started to cry and the tear froze on her face. That's what we're dealing with. And you tell me there's global warming? There's climate change? Okay, let's say there is climate change. What the fuck are we gonna do about it? The earth is huge. It does what it wants to, and we just hold on for the fucking ride. What are we gonna do? How do you even prove that people are doing it? We haven't been around that long in comparison to the lifespan of the earth. Fucking climate change. I'm so glad we pulled out of that fucking Paris Accord bullshit. And another thing is said in the article, none of the G20 countries are meeting their expectations for climate change, for a clean environment. And we never will. What's the point? It's like sharing a room with your sibling, and your side of the room is up to military specs. It's ready for inspection. Meanwhile, your sibling is on the other side of the room with old food and dirty clothes and shit all over the floor. You mean to tell me that stench is going to stop at the imaginary line of your room? The ants and roaches are going to stop at the imaginary line at the middle of the room and not come over to your side? Of course not. So while the other half of the world is fucking it all up and we're over here being Boy Scouts, it's not going to make a difference. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't. I like living in a clean country. I like this. I like us throwing our trash in the trash can, recycling. Now, are there some dirty motherfuckers in America? Yeah. Are there some dirty spots? Yeah. But overall, in general, we're doing just fine. I don't get climate. What the fuck? Where did this even come from? Somebody's getting paid for this. Follow the money. Somebody's getting paid for all this bullshit. Going green. The only green that fucking matters is me and money. No, I'm just kidding. But money for sure. That's the only green that anybody gives a fuck about. Climate change. Federal government report. You can take that report, roll it up, and stick it up your ass. Get out of here, man. Now you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but these rat bastards won't let me. Please follow your boy on the Twitters @Green_Jericho. I'm Jericho Green, and I'm out.